Hey y'all, good to see you again here on Grassroots Gardening. I'm Ryan, and in today's video I'm going to show you a couple new shrubs we just got in yesterday. These perform great here in our landscape in Zone 8A, so let me show them to you, teach you a little bit about them, because the more you know, the more you grow. So first up is one of my favorites. This is Asiatic Jasmine. So this is snow in summer. Has this beautiful variegation in full sun. The more sun you give it, actually, the more variegation you get, but nice white, pink color foliage. So this is going to be a ground cover. It can tolerate part sun or full sun. Going to get you like a 6-inch mat of carpet, and it'll cover quite a bit of area. It will climb too. So I've seen it up against a brick wall, and it will just paste itself literally flat to the wall. It looks great. But this is one of our most popular plants that we sell here at Grassroots. So this is Snow in Summer Asiatic Jasmine. Great ground cover, evergreen, does wonderful here in Zone 8. Next on the list is this Obsession Nandina. This is a newer cultivar, has this beautiful, beautiful red foliage. And in the wintertime, it'll even redden up more. So this is an evergreen, or kind of ever red, if you will, shrub. Gets about 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. This is a great filler, great foundation plant as well. One of my favorites. I love this introduction just because of that magenta red color that you get. And so another name for this is Heavenly Bamboo. You might have heard someone call Nandina. But this new introduction is really spectacular. So evergreen, does great here in Zone 8. This is Obsession Nandina. And here we have Sunshine Ligustrum. So this is a beautiful shrub, one of my favorites. This is an evergreen. It's going to get probably 6 to 7 tall, 4-ish wide. So not a mounding shrub, but more of an upright. And look how well it pairs with the Obsession Nandina. Those two colors just contrast so well, and then also the different in foliage makes a nice contrast. So I always try to pair this one with either Loropetalum or Nandina, just something to really give you that shocking contrast of colors. So fantastic shrub. This one also is sterile. So no flowers, because sometimes Ligustrum or privet, the flowers really don't smell all that great. But this one does great here in our landscape. So you could even use it as a foundation plant, but know you're going to have to prune it some, or it might get a little big up against the house. But another great one for our landscapes here in Zone 8. And if you're looking for a shrub that's going to give you flowers late in the season like we are now, we're in mid-September. This is Caryopteris, and this is an introduction by our friends at Proven Winners called Beyond Pinked. So this great pollinator, and just look at the amount of flowers. So I always like to try to plant this one in groups of 2s and 3s, just because you really get that wow factor with all of these late blooming flowers. Pollinators absolutely love this shrub, and deer hate it. So that makes it a great one for my yard, because the deer have been wearing me out lately, eating everything. So I've got a couple of these along the driveway. They love full sun, and they're just phenomenal performers. They are perennial, so they're going to die back during the winter and then come back in the spring, but give you these awesome, just tons and tons of pink flowers in early fall, late summer. So again, this is Proven Winners, Caryopteris Beyond Pinked. Great choice for the bed. This is one of my favorite new Panicle Hydrangeas. So this is a hydrangea that can take full sun. Most of you have heard of Limelight. That's Proven Winners like Starship Panicle Hydrangea. They're everywhere, they're beautiful. And so this is the dwarf version of Limelight, and it's called Little Lime. So this one's gonna get, 5 to 6 by 5 to 6 wide as well. And just look at the amount of flowers that's on this thing. They bloom their head off. They start out a really nice lime color, hence the name. And then they're gonna fade to pink, and then even further into like a rose color as fall approaches. So these are great for several things. Obviously, one, just for that wow factor, just an explosion of color in the yard. But then even now's when the flowers are spent, when they turn brown, that would be the time to prune these, because these bloom on new wood. And so next year when they grow, they are going to just be even more floriferous. But you can take the flowers, and I've seen some people actually spray paint them with decorative colors for fall or the holidays. So kind of a dual purpose shrub here. These look good also planted in 2s or 3s, just really give you that pop of color here in the late season. It is deciduous, so it's going to lose its leaves in the winter, but just a fantastic performer and another great introduction by proven winners. This is a crazy popular Loropetalum right now. They are hard to find. We just brought some in yesterday. We've been searching for them like all summer long. So this is Purple Pixie Loropetalum. I think it's the only one that I know of that is a true weeping Loropetalum. So you can tell how this thing is just cascading down. It just wants to go straight down. So it looks really good on ledges. Just let it kind of cascade over a wall or retaining wall, or even in pots. Does great. It doesn't like a lot of water though. I'll tell you that from experience. We overwatered some in the nursery and they did not do well at all. So it's very important that you have, good, excellent draining soil with any Loropetalum, but it's especially true with this Purple Pixie. But just a fantastic little specimen, and pairs really well again with something like the Sunshine Ligustrum. It's evergreen, so you're going to keep this color foliage all winter long. But just a cool little shrub. I love anything weeping, I always have, and to have a weeping Loropetalum is really something special. So if you can find these at your nursery, I suggest you get one because they are hot right now and very hard to get even for us. But Purple Pixie Loropetalum will be a great choice if you have a retaining wall, like I said, or anywhere where you need that cascading effect, maybe close to some steps. Just a really cool shrub here. So sticking with the Loropetalums, this one is a really cool one with this crazy dark foliage. It's almost black. This is Cerise Charm. So all Loropetalums also go by the common name, the Chinese fringe flower, because they have those really fringy red, pink flowers. This one actually has more red than pink. Gonna get probably 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide with this one. Another great pairing for a chartreuse colored evergreen, like we've been looking at the contrasting colors with the Sunshine Ligustrum. This one would make a great foundation plant as well, just because of its size, 4x4. You could box it if you wanted to, or you could just let it kind of go natural. But it has these really nice compact arching branches. But I think the most spectacular thing about this one is that dark foliage, and it really doesn't fade. Some of the other cultivars, they kind of fade more back to a lighter pink, purplish. This one really holds that dark foliage color. So an excellent choice for your landscape, especially if you pair it with something, like we've been saying, a little bit lighter in foliage. Just a beautiful shrub here. So if you're looking for a nice, well-behaved Loropetalum, Cerise Charm is the one for you. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that short little video of just a couple of the shrubs we have here at Grassroots Yard Supply near Aiken, South Carolina. Again, zone 8A is our zone here. And if you don't know your zone, you can go to USDA and you can just punch in your zip code and it'll tell you what zone you're in. The majority of what I showed you today is anywhere from zone 7 to 9. So I hope you learned a little something there. And if you're close to the nursery, then we hope you'll come by and say hey and check out what we've got. And if not, then just hit that subscribe button down there. We're going to continuously try to get out videos on all the shrubs that we have here. And if there's any in particular that you want to know about, or you have questions, and put it in that comment box below, please. We appreciate it. Or if there's any video at all of something that you want to know about, put it down there and I will do my best to add it to the queue. And we appreciate you guys very much for watching. And remember, the more you know, the more you grow. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks, y'all.